Onion, allium. Worldwide, more than 400 kinds of alliums are known. 4 of them are crucially important for commercial cultivation. Apart from the allium cepa, which is the most common and the main subject of this presentation, there's also the bunching onion, shallot, and garlic. Within the allium cepa, we know the colours white, yellow, red, and pink, which between them can vary considerably in taste. Nobody knows exactly, but many experts believe the allium cepa originates from Central Asia, supposedly in what is now Iran, Pakistan, and China. Probably some 5,000 years ago, onions were cultivated there. Around 3,500 BC, onions must have been an important food in Egypt. Likewise, in Roman times and throughout the Middle Ages, the onion has remained on the menu to this day. A milestone in the history of the allium cepa was the discovery of the Italian red in 1925 by Jones. This opened the door to the production of hybrids, which have appeared on the market from 1947 onwards. The growth of onions depends greatly on day length, which is geographically determined, and on temperature. According to this criterion, onions are divided into 5 categories. They are the extreme long day onion, ONX, such as the Dutch Rijnsburgers, the long day onion, ONL, frequently called the American type, the intermediate, ONM, also known as the Spanish type, the short day, ONS, and the overwintering, ONO onion. The required quantity of daylight varies from at least 16 hours per 24-hour period for the extreme long day to 10 hours for the short day. In general, a longer day provides a sharper taste, a firmer onion, and better storability. The main onion-producing countries are China, India, Turkey, and the USA. Onions are consumed all over the world, but the consumption varies greatly from country to country. For example, in the Netherlands, a person eats an average of 4 to 5 kilos of onions annually. However, in some Asian countries, and also around the Mediterranean Sea, almost 10 times more is consumed. So, there's a lot of sales potential for this tasty product. Breeding for variety improvement is one of the key activities of the company. The demands. In order to serve the market adequately, the grower needs onion seed that produces a high-quality onion. It needs all the right properties for effective growing, harvesting, transport, processing, finishing, and packaging. Immunity to all kinds of diseases and plagues is also very important. For the consumer, the product must be available all year round and it must have the right taste. Due to new possibilities for the mechanical processing of onions, the demands made by the growers on onion seeds become increasingly higher all the time. While the sizes for the fresh market vary from 45 to 75 millimeters, the industrial processors require onions with a diameter of more than 75 millimeters. With these onions, they gain a higher yield after cutting. Creating higher value products. Hybrids, possessing a high uniformity, have become common now. In this process of continuous improvement, the breeders use natural methods in combination with the most advanced technologies. In a kind of accelerated evolution, the required varieties are created by means of a prolonged series of crossbreedings all over the world. The seed is cleaned, sorted, coated, and sown again, crossbred and pollinated, etc., etc. It is a time-consuming, knowledge and labor-intensive process, and consequently a costly process. At least 5 generations of from seed to seed are required before the seed with the desired qualities can be harvested. This can take as long as 10 years. in which hardly 1% of the hybrids pass all selections. The result is a valuable product, an onion seed that enables the grower to produce profitably and which gives him enough security for an excellent harvest and sale. The choice. In choosing onion seed, the following aspects are important. Reliability. The onion seed must provide security for a good harvest. Therefore, a healthy development of the onion plant is essential. The plant will then be less vulnerable to weather changes and plant diseases. Onions grow faster and more consistently, even under changing weather circumstances. Thanks to a strong root system, their bulb development starts earlier. Without exception, the late varieties have a high dormancy level, which is one of the conditions for the best storability of the onions. High yield. With the least possible intervention, such as irrigation and spraying, the grower has to produce a high-quality onion, sufficient firmness. This is required to prevent damage during harvesting, sorting, transport and processing. After all, skin damage leads to sharply reduced net yield. Uniformity. A uniform outward appearance is especially required for mechanical processing. Obviously, the consumer appreciates a well-shaped, uniform onion. They are round to globe-shaped and deliver optimum yields after grading. Continuity. Onions must be available throughout the year. In order to achieve this, the grower can use different varieties of sowing onions. First of all, the early variety used for instant delivery after harvesting at the beginning of August. However, this variety is vulnerable, has fewer and thinner skins, and because of its low dormancy, it's only storable for short periods. Later, at the beginning of September, the late varieties can be harvested. They are of better quality. They are firmer, have a more solid skin and several skins. They have a high dormancy level and do not bolt easily. The winter-sown onion, sown in late summer, possibly supplemented in spring with planting onions, ensures a year-round crop. By combining these varieties, the market can be served practically all year round. It's harvested early, which reduces weather risks. The early storage onion also has a high level of dormancy and several skins. Therefore, it has high storability, and the period in which the onion can be put on the market is prolonged considerably. Depending on the circumstances, this can indeed take place practically throughout the year. These onions combine a number of properties which provides great advantages for the grower, the fresh trade, and ultimately for the consumer. Another example of a recent innovation is the Downy mildew-resistant onion. Downy mildew is a significant issue in the onion sector. Downy mildew causes leaves of the onion plant to die quickly, as a result of which both yield and quality decrease drastically. New varieties resistant to downy mildew are based on traditionally bred hybrids obtained by using a wild relative of onion.